Today, we're gonna show you 5 tips on how to jump the biggest jump at your local track. You're gonna learn how to launch a humongous jump. What's up guys, Tyler Livesey with the MX Factory, but we're actually out at our local track, Austin Del Valley Motocross Park. And today, we're gonna learn how to jump the biggest jump on the track. We have 5 tips that hopefully improve your riding and your safety on jumping big jumps. If you guys need how to jump a jump, we have a video for that. Make sure that you don't use this video to go figure out how to jump your first jump. This is a more advanced technique and more advanced video. We survive off your likes and subscribes. It isn't that hard.
I'm a subscriber.
I'm a subscriber!
I'm a subscriber.
We love you for supporting us. 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 I wanted you to get one of those.
Oh, I got them all.
Tip number 1 is gonna be just getting warmed up. Gotta get warm, man. You gotta get warm. If you don't get warm, guess what? You're cold. And if you're cold, that's bad. Making sure that you're not getting super psyched on the way there. You're riding, texting your buddy saying, I'm gonna hit it today, I know I am, and just going out first lap and launching it. Don't wanna do that, okay? This track probably has 15 other jumps that are much smaller, so you can take time to hit those jumps, make sure that you're feeling dialed in. Some days you just feel off, right? So make sure it's not one of those days when you go for the biggest jump. Get warmed up, maybe do a 20-minute session, go back, get a drink, have a nice smoothie, whatever you have, and then come back out and go for it. Tip number 2. This is gonna be probably the most important one, is gonna be sizing up your jump. If it's 100 foot, you don't wanna jump 80 foot the first time. I would suggest jumping 40 foot, or if it's a quad like we have behind us here, maybe jumping the double 10 times, and then going to the triple 10 times. And then when you feel really, really comfortable with both of those, then it's time to send it. Also another very important one. Once you're ready to go, you must go. I see it time and time again where a rider says, I'm doing it today, I'm doing it right now, I'm doing it in a minute, okay, I'm doing it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Once you make the decision, the most important thing for your safety is to go for it. That's your gut saying, I'm in, I'm ready, I'm going for it. Your mind is the only one that plays tricks on you. You must listen to the gut and go. That's gonna be the safest route.
What's your name?
Trace Holland.
How old are you?
12.
What kind of bike do you ride?
TM85.
Where are you at right now?
80 BMX.
You hit the biggest jump out here, which is pretty impressive for an 85. What went through your head that you wanted to hit that big jump? Like how did you approach it?
I ended up hitting the triple first, and then the second time I did it, I overjumped the triple, and I was like, oh, I've got this. I ended up just going, okay, I'm gonna send this, and I sent it, and I ended up making it, so.
So you're 100% confident you were gonna make it?
Yes.
And we're gonna go watch you hit it right now?
Yep.
Nice. How many times you hit it?
Every lap.
And another thing that goes along with the commitment is understanding what type of rider you are. If you're the type of rider that does a little better jumping stuff when you're flowing in a lap and you're feeling good, or you're the type of rider that needs to pull off and hit the jump 10 times over and over, making a little loop, understand like where you're at with that, what's the safest for you, and what's gonna be the most recipe for success there, and make sure you make that decision. Most tracks you can get off of and back on safely during the middle of practice. 4th tip is gonna be risk management. If you're gonna go for something new, it's very, very important that you take as much risk away as possible. That starts with your bike. If I'm gonna go big that day, I'm gonna make sure my bike's good. So I start here. Axle bolts, make sure they're tight. You don't want your wheel flying off, okay? Get you a torque wrench, make sure that's torqued to spec. I go from there to the spokes. You also don't want those coming loose, so make sure you're checking your spokes. While you're back here on the back end, and also the front end, make sure you're checking your tire pressure. My go-to is 12 pounds of pressure. I move from there, keep on the back wheel, to my sprocket bolts. Okay, I've seen many times the sprocket bolts back out, throw the sprocket, destroys your hub and potentially destroys your body. From back there to the front of the bike. Okay, we're gonna go up here, check our pinch bolt on our front axle, and then also check our lock nut. Not all bikes gonna have this, but make sure this is torque to spec. You wanna check your pinch bolts on your fork. Okay, make sure those are tight so we're not losing our forks in the air. Sounds crazy, but it happens. Check your handlebar mounts, especially on KTMs, because they have they're very prone, they're underneath. In here, they go into your top triple clamp. Those bolts will come loose and your handlebars will start to wiggle. Make sure you check those. Very, very important, you two-stroke riders. Make sure your gas is on, okay? Because you're only gonna go about 2 minutes before the bike bogs out. Last but not least, make sure your motorcycle's got a full tank of gas before you leave. Highly recommend getting yourself a funnel. Make sure that you take that risk away by going over your bike very well. I know a lot of people do, but also a lot of people are just on the bike, go ride, hope it goes well. When you're jumping big jumps, the bike can be a huge factor. After you get done tuning up your bike, make sure that you know how to case a jump and make sure you know how to over jump a jump. Okay, because those both could very well happen. What I like to do if I'm over jumping or casing, depending on the landing, is land with the back tire first, especially on a very long high-speed jump. You don't necessarily want to land with the forks first. The shock has a little more give in it, I guess you could say, and then taking the blow with the front tire. That's a big thing, is just making sure you know how to case the jump and that you're ready for that if it happens. Tip number 5, go with your gut. Do not listen to your buddy. Meaning, don't follow your buddy. When your buddy's like, hey, follow me in, don't do that. They may have a much different jumping style than you. They may have a faster bike where they're going slower up to the jump and then they power through the face, which I've seen many times. Just size it up and do it on your own. I always see people following people in the faces and I'm always like this. That was pretty much it. All right, guys, we hope you're jumping the biggest jump of your track after watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you check out more videos over here. You can sub down here, our Instagram somewhere down here, and also check out our Patreon account. Support us because we support you getting better. Love you, peace. You're gonna learn how to launch a humongous jump. So big, I don't wanna jump it.